Wow, hello and good morning. Today is another crappy day in Sydney, Australia. So I'm working in the garage today again, and carrying on from yesterday when I made those stainless steel socket head screws. They fit well, and so let's do the installation process on the adapter plate. That's the gearbox adapter plate, the gasket that we were working on, the flywheel and the clutch plate and so on. So that's today's little work bit. So looking at my Austin Healey service manual, it's telling me that the flywheel crankshaft bolts, that's 4 bolts that I've got in that little pack, are torque loaded to 35 to 40 foot-pounds. Says nothing about the adapter plate, so we'll just give those maybe a torque loading at around I don't know, 20-25 foot-pounds, which will be a nice firm fit for those. I've got some nice gasket goo. I like the old stuff and not the silicon. I found that with using the silicon, especially on aluminium components like the gearbox and the various panels, plates that fit onto the gearbox, where people have used silicon, when you come to take them off, it's very, very difficult, and it's very easy to break those plates, and of course they're almost irreplaceable. So I'm not one to advocate, even though I've got some silicon gasket goo. I did try it at one stage, didn't like it, and now I find that the normal gooey gasket goo of days gone by, it's quite hard to get. But I've got a little tube of it, and that's what we'll use. So let's put on a smile and let's get going. Actually a bit awkward moving, working close to the ground like this. Okay, the first thing is that we've got these bolts ready and these screws. So 8, that look like 3/8 BSF. There's my stainless steel screws. I don't know if you saw them clearly yesterday, but you can see there, hopefully that's a bit clearer, and you can see the thread. So I'm quite pleased with that. Alright, let's do it. This is my gasket goo, and let's just have a look at that. I just discovered that I don't have the set screws in British Standard Fine to put the clutch plate on, so, and I need 6 of those, so I may have to go to the UK. It's where I usually go for all my spares, and see what they can give me. At least they're I don't have to especially make them in this case, just see what they've got, and make the inquiry this afternoon anyway, because I'm really not in the mood to have to make those as well, even though we can, but they'll actually require a hex head. And probably because they need to be high tensile, I'll have to make those out of probably 4140 steel, high tensile steel, and harden them up a bit. Okay, that looks pretty good all underneath that. two that haven't gone fully home, so they seem to be tightening up, so I might have to just double check the length of those, or clean up the thread a bit. So we'll take those off. Same length. Okay. Same length. Let's compare that to one that does fit well. Example, this one. See that? This is a little bit longer. And again, so I'm just going to cut these. Yeah, notice the clear shank on these. That clear part of the shank there is also a little bit longer. So I might need to take them down, because that's all I've got. So I'll just take them down a bit with a thread die, and also take about 1/16 of an inch off. Yeah, okay. Well, let's do that. Okay, that's I've rethreaded those, or taken the thread down further and just lobbed the ends off a little bit. Also found some washers, so I guess what I'm going to do is use some washers. Do the right engineering thing. One torque wrench. Okay, let's dial in. Okay, don't know if you can read that. The white marker, 20 foot-pounds. So, one adapter from 1/2 inch down to 3/8. And away we go. Okay, is that done? And just tighten up these Allen screws a bit. And this fellow here. Okay, all right, all good so far. Right, now the flywheel. Let's see how we go with this fella. It's a heavy one. Okay, the next job is to knock over the tabs on those bolt heads, and I also need to make up a tool to align the clutch plate center, okay, just here, all this, with the hole that's in there. So I need to have that relatively perfectly aligned. I don't need to have a spline on the tool. I know you can pick these up for about, I don't know, $20–30 from the Healey factory, or even from the UK, but I mean, I've got a lathe. I might machine one out of brass, so I'll take some measurements for the diameter of that and the diameter of the hole that I have here, and we'll just see how we go. So let's try that. And with a punch, just try and flatten that off a bit. Spark plugs in, so and that's it for that. Right, so we put this fellow in, that's good. Flywheel this side, don't ever make that mistake. There you are, nice and clean and polished looking. Now let's see if this fellow comes out.